You're listening to Bell, Book, and Candle with Mela Borowski. Thoughts from a Southern Witch.
Hi y'all, it's Mela Borowski. Today's the 4th of July 2020. And this isn't a full episode, but I did want to have a little bonus and put a few different things in here that I have collected over time, which is mainly some comments that my friend and mentee Anne Marie sent, along with my prayer for the 4th of July, which I found in a wonderful book that I really cherish called A Book of Pagan Prayer. And I'm not even going to begin to pronounce the person's name who wrote it, but I will put it in the comments. So I asked last month if anyone wanted to share what they were doing for summer solstice and different things like that, rituals. And so I have some comments from Anne Marie that I'd like to share with you.
Hello, my name is Anne Marie. My magical name is Ketha, and I apprenticed under Pamela for about a year and a half. The summer solstice to me is just such an exciting time of year. It's the time where we acknowledge that the light is giving way to the darkness, and we do so by celebrating the longest day of the year with the shortest night. And I really enjoy the energy of this time of year. Every spell that I do, every craft that I make, all the way down to my altar, will all be about balance. My altar will actually be perfectly symmetrical, and it's just one of those little quirks that I enjoy including in my practice.
We are right in the thick of summer right now. What do you like doing that makes you feel closer to nature, closer to the sun, and just really summery things? I'm a firm believer that you don't have to do special things to feel close to your spiritual path. When you cook, when you are with your family, when you're gardening, when you're swimming, every part of your life can be a part of your spiritual walk. So what do you do in the summer that makes you closer to your deity or whatever you believe, or walking your spiritual path? Let me know.
Some of the things that I really enjoy doing this time of year is rededicating my outside space, my yard. I really enjoy working with the nature spirits and redoing their altar and putting out new offerings and working with them and thanking them for protecting my home and my land all year round. I also really enjoy doing lots of baking with lots of fresh ingredients such as basil and thyme and lemon, just those bright, wonderful flavors that just remind you of the sun, which is what we're celebrating at this time of year.
Yesterday, I made a new dessert that I'd never made before, and Anne Marie mentions about making fruit desserts and that really being a special part of summer. I'll put the recipe for this in my comments, but I made a bourbon strawberry cobbler with layered cream cheese biscuits, and it was amazing. We served it hot with some vanilla bean ice cream and a little whipped cream on top of it. Highly recommend this. Be a wonderful thing to do anytime this summer, and especially when strawberries are ripe. So that's why it's a great summer dish.
Some more activities that I really enjoy this time of year are doing bonfires. Unfortunately, because of quarantine, we're having to stick to just our household. But I love doing bonfires and working in my garden. Our household deity is Apollo, and he's the sun god, so this is really the time of year that I really like to focus on getting my house clean and rededicating our space to him and redoing his altar in particular. This is a great time to do any work with the Fae. I love the colors of this time of year, the yellows and the oranges and golds, and even a little red, just to spice things up.
This is a prayer for the 4th of July. Goddess Liberty, we pray to you today. Grant freedom to all your children, no matter their country. We take time today to remember the examples of freedom we have seen in our time. We remember the citizens of Berlin who knew that the best use for a wall is to dance upon it. We remember the hole in the Romanian flag, put there by those who overthrew their oppressors. We remember the people who stood in Russian Parliament Square and waited for the tanks to come. And we remember those who struggled and failed, such as the martyrs of Tiananmen Square, who after raising a statue to you, faced the tanks and lost. We will not forget. We will not forget. Give us the courage to earn our freedom and to regain it if it is stolen. We ask this of you, who are the source of all freedom. Liberty, your torch shines undimmed by the years. If our eyes have lost sight of you, it is our fault and not yours. We have turned our vision away from the heights from which your flames shine and seen only that which divides. Be our beacon, Mother of our nation, and show us the way again. Mother of peoples, unite your scattered children into one tribe, one people, one country. And so it is.
Thank y'all for listening to Bell Book and Candle. You can follow Mela on Facebook and Instagram at Bell Book Candle SC. That's Bell, Belle, or become a patron for as little as $1 a month and support the work of Bell Book and Candle at patreon.com/Bell Book Candle.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. So let me explain. It's totally free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. And you can even make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It is everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. And Bell Book and Candle is so thankful to have this service. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.